Do you ever have a significant amount of conviction about something that you know you need to do, but it's hard to do? That's what we're talking about today on The Art of Plenty. My name is Amy McInnes, and I'm so glad you're tuning in today, or if it's tonight, I'm so glad that you are tuning in. I'm recording in the evening, so everything is night to me right now because it's pitch black outside, and I've always appreciated the night because I'm definitely a night owl, and I love the opportunity to be contemplative when the whole world is quiet. Now, if you're new here, this is probably not the best place to start, but here at The Art of Plenty, we spend a lot of time talking about doing the right thing at the right time in your life, because we hold this value, us people that listen to The Art of Plenty, we hold this value that we're meant for something, that we have a purpose, that we have a destiny that is unique to just us, that it's ours and ours alone, and that the world needs us to show up in the way that only we can show up. And just as you, my listeners, feel that way, that is how I feel about my own life, that I have to honor the calling, the purpose that I have on my life. And that brings me to this piece of significant conviction that for this season, for this time in my life, I need to be doing something different than recording this podcast. And I say that with quite a bit of excitement and a little bit of trepidation. The excitement comes because I always know that when I do something new, when I give something up, something better is coming. And I may not know what better is, but something's coming, because I've lived through enough experiences to know that better is around the corner all the time. But it doesn't mean that the corner isn't hard, and it doesn't mean that the corner isn't dark, or that we don't know what's on the other side. And that's definitely the place that I am in right now. I know that I need to pivot, and I know that I need to honor the things that I feel really pressed upon my spirit to do. And so that means that I have to give something up. And I think it's a different way of looking at the world, especially as a woman, because the messaging for so long has been that we can do anything, we can do everything, and we can do it all at the same time. And I know all you female listeners out there know that that just isn't true. And it doesn't mean that we can't have everything in terms of a family and a career and friendships and a great relationship, but we can't always have all of those things at the same time, and we maybe can't focus on all of those things at the same time. I had heard the other day that the word priority never was designed in its original meaning, and I don't know if it comes from Greek or Latin, but it was never meant to be pluralized. A priority is only one thing. It's only one thing. You cannot have priorities by the original definition of the word. And I'm so struck by that, particularly in this season, because I really want to make sure that my priority is my priority, and that everything else is coming into the right order, and that my heart is in the right place, and that I'm doing the right thing. And so with that, I've decided to take a break from posting on social media, and I'm taking a break from recording podcasts. my intention is to pick this back up because when I first started doing podcasts, it was one of those things that completely came out of left field. I had no idea that this was the direction that I was going to go, but I knew that I needed to go in this direction, and I just kind of went with it one day, and next thing you know, the Art of Plenty happened, Beyond Business happened, and I see so much potential for more good things to come out of this type of format. I love the opportunity to share my thoughts and to speak to people who are working through things that I too am working through, or working through things that I have worked through. I think there's so much knowledge that comes when we share our lived experiences, and I've loved having an opportunity of speaking into people's lives. And I think that's the part that perhaps has a bit of sadness for me, because there are many of you who have reached out by sending me a text or a DM saying what the Art of Plenty has meant for them, or you've asked a question and I've been able to give more clarification for what I was thinking. And it's been such a joy and an honor to speak into people's lives. And this is a season that I'm going into where I feel like I'm not going to be doing that as much, and I feel a bit sad about that. But I also know, and this is where that excitement comes from, that whenever I have a quiet season, what comes out of it afterwards, the fruit that it bears is like nothing like the fruit that I bore before. So I know that this quiet season that I'm going into is going to enrich my life in such a way that I will have so much more to give afterward. And I'm excited about that. I'm excited to come through this season, perhaps more than I am excited to be in this season. So this perhaps is a bit of a goodbye to the Art of Plenty, a goodbye to being able to come into your home and into your life on a weekly basis and share my heart with you. But it's not a forever goodbye. And if you truly miss me, or if you really want to hear the things that I'm thinking about, I do have an email list that you can subscribe to, which my intention is to continue to write on a regular basis, because I'm still thinking all of these wonderful thoughts. Lately, I've been thinking a lot about transparency versus authenticity, and whether both are needed and when one should trump the other. And I've just had an incredible summer and September with my kiddos, and I can't believe how my relationship has changed with my kids. Even just today, one of my sons said to me, "Oh, Mom, you're just around so much right now, and I just really, really like it." This is the littlest one, of course. And those things still matter to me to share. So I will be sharing those in my email subscription. So if you want to stay afloat to what's happening in my life, or at least what's happening in my brain, please subscribe to our email list. You can find that on the website, amymckinnis.ca, or you can just send a direct message and we can get you signed up so you don't miss out on knowing what's going on. I'm so thankful for you. I'm so thankful for the opportunity that I've had to create the Art of Plenty. I've had such a phenomenal time working with the different women on my team who are insightful and creative and generous with their creativity. It's just been such a wonderful, surprising gift, because, like I said, this isn't something I've been dreaming of doing my whole life, or even the last 5 years. It just kind of appeared as an idea one day, and I ran with it. And I'm so thankful for the time that I've had to create this, and thank you for tuning in and for listening. As always, the world needs you. And so we need to show up in the best way that we can in order to show up for the world. And sometimes that is in a very overt way, but in other times it's not, because we're birthing things and we're creating things in the quiet, in order that when we come out of the quiet season, we have something beautiful to offer. So wherever you're at, thank you for being you and for being open to the idea that we have something to give to each other. This is The Art of Plenty, and I'm Amy McInnes.